Devo limited, however much he's limited, and Brian with the shoulder. Do you feel like you're losing reps this spring? The kind of I know spring is about reps and that sort of familiarity. Do you worry about that at this point if they don't get it?
I mean, it's definitely a thing where you're not getting the reps. I mean, it's a deal where we're going to have to make up for it somehow, which is whether that's just working extra hard in the summer. The good thing is there's a lot of time between now and when we play, so it's not a huge deal, but it's also somewhat of a factor when they're not out there. I mean, you're not getting the reps with them, putting in new stuff, and they're not necessarily out there with you. They know it, they're not out there with you, but we do have the whole summer and the whole fall camp to get the reps, so we'll be fine.
Who are the guys that have stepped up? Who are the guys that you are throwing to a lot this spring that you just find yourself, for whatever reason, that guy's catching a lot of balls?
Ortre and Chavis on the outside. Ortre's kind of been there and solidified himself, but Chavis has really stepped up and really elevated his game. And then KC and Jake have really been doing a good job too of stepping in and really getting those inside positions filled. With a couple guys out, and then Shy's literally played every position at receiver. So he's going inside and outside right now, and he's doing a great job for us.
Devo's still yellow jersey, no teamwork, just sort of just the 7-on-7 stuff.
Yeah.
Jake, how has throwing to tight ends changed, if at all, now that Hayden's gone?
Not much. I mean, it's kind of throw to whoever's open is a big thing, and Hayden got open, but so do Jake and KC. I mean, they each have their ways of getting open and making plays. So as far as the amount of balls, not really changed. Trying to just spread it out evenly, so a defense can't really focus in on one person. So.
Has Ortre gotten any work at the inside spots?
If you're alluding to tight end, not really. In our offense, we've gotten the ability, grown the ability, I guess, to be more multiple, and so they move around a lot. He has played some inside positions, but not necessarily at tight end.
What's the tempo been like under Coach Warner?
I mean, it's been a big difference for us. I mean, we can see it on our defense. We, every day it seems like they're way out of position, and we get a touchdown just because we're going so fast, and it might be a little bit faster than it would be on game day, but trying to make it as fast as we can, and has been a big advantage for us.
Are you comfortable with that? How long did it take you to adjust to that?
I mean, it takes you a little while because you got to get the whole process of it. You really don't get to see as much, but then again, you don't overthink anything. You make a decision and go with it, and whether it's good or bad, you're playing fast, and that's what the big thing that we talk about. Just make a decision and just go with it.
Jake, how will it be with you and your skill guys this summer? Do you have a set time to go out there and throw the ball around? You guys try to do it every day. What's that schedule like?
I think for the first part of summer it'll be twice a week, and then getting closer to fall camp 3 times a week, and just really trying to get as many throws as we can. And that's a big thing we talked about in our quarterback meeting today was really getting those deep balls down, and no receiver wants to just go run 50 deep balls a day. So just trying to be smart, but also getting the reps we need to get better at that.
How's it going with you and Donnell, your new center? How's the relationship in terms of him getting the ball to you where you like it?
Oh, it's been great. Donnie's a real smart guy, and everyone on the team loves him. And he's able to move to center very easily, and he's doing great. And snaps are good, and he's leading our offensive line right now.
Can you see those guys sort of settling into? Obviously, you had some shifting around the offensive line. Can you see that unit settling in, or is that not something that really comes together until a little bit later down the line?
Well, I think you have all the individual time that we have at practice, especially with them. I think they get so many reps, and have been doing it. Offensive line can get their reps without a ball out there, and so they're constantly together doing their steps, getting their tracks right. So I think that really gelled nicely. I think they communicate very well together, and the run games looks exponentially better than it did. So I think the guys, just from communication to knowing where they're going to knowing who they're they got to reach to or whatever, but they're doing a great job.
What is Warner's coaching style with you guys? Is he hands-on, more of a professor-like, or is he like in your ear, a lot of screaming and that kind of stuff?
I don't think Coach Warner's raised his voice one time. I mean, he's a real laid-back guy. He really just observes everything, and a very detailed guy, though, very, very detail oriented in the meeting rooms. He's very smart, but at practice he kind of just sits back and watches what we do, and then really breaks it down in the film room. I mean, obviously he coaches on the field too, but you know, his main coaching points and his coaching points come from the meeting room.
Did he come in and change a lot with you, or did he feel like you pretty much already had what he was looking for?
I mean, there's always stuff to get better. You know, there's been some fundamental stuff that we're working on, and that's not going to be a deal where you can change it through, you know, 10 practices. I mean, it's going to be a deal where, you know, me and probably Taylor Lamb, our GA, you know, are going to have to be the main ones working on it during the summer, and just working on that. But I mean, he's obviously, you know, contributed, gave a lot of knowledge to me, just from the short time he's been here already. So. Just really excited to see where it goes.
Jake, is there an effort to give the backup guys more reps? I mean, not to put it out there, but you know, they pretty much know you're going to be the starter, so they kind of maybe taking it a little easier on you and getting the backup guys a little more throws?
You know, in spring, I think that's the kind of overall, you know, mindset of everything. Trying to get as many reps to as many guys as possible. You know, obviously, you know, me and Scar right now, you know, probably getting most of the reps, but then again, you know, Jay and DeCarrion get their fair share too. I mean, they're getting better every day. You know, I don't think they always get reps every practice, and you know, I don't know the exact number, but you know, they're definitely getting their equal reps and opportunities to show what they have and to get better.
How's DeCarrion picked up the playbook so far?
You know, I think it's been you know, I think he's picked it up fairly well. I mean, I think he's you know, he enjoys learning. You know, he's been with me a couple times just wanting to learn and just, you know, really dissect everything. So he's a smart guy, and he's, you know, he's progressing good.
How aware are you, do you need to be of which running back is in the game at what time? Does it, I mean, is it something that matters to you? Does it?
You know, it's actually a thing we talked about today, is getting more consistent through all of them. You know, when you know, say, you know, there's steps on the inside zone, yeah, you want them to be the same. But, you know, AJ might hit it a little faster than, you know, Tyson does. So it's not a big deal. I don't think it's going to make a big difference in what happens in the game. But I think it's definitely a thing you need to know. And then obviously in the pass game, you got, you know, AJ running a wheel route or Mon running a wheel route or Rico. They're all different speeds. So you got to realize in that point of view. But for the most part, they're getting more consistent. And so they're trying to get all uniform.
What do you want to accomplish on Saturday in the scrimmage, and what can you take away from a first spring scrimmage?
I think the biggest thing is not turning the ball over. I think you know, getting through the whole scrimmage, so I don't have to hear T-Rob yell and get all happy. But just really just seeing what we can do. You know, going full speed, moving it down the field, going to score touchdowns and not field goals is a big thing. You know, I love Parker. I'm gonna live with Parker this fall, but you know, if we can score touchdowns and get him kicking extra points, would be the goal. So just seeing what we can do offensively and see how the tempo is, and just air it out and give our guys chances to make plays.
How did Chase throw yesterday?
I thought he did good. I thought he missed some stuff, but you know, it's been a while since he's done it. But you know, he's actually been throwing with Hayden a couple of times, so they had it down pat. I thought he did pretty good.
When you're out there watching, and obviously you've got, you know, some time before that's you out there, but do you give yourself a moment as you're looking at it to think like, hey, this will be me here in whenever?
I mean, yeah, you think so. You know, you're sitting there and you're like, you know, one day, you know, I'm gonna be out here. You know what teams are gonna be here. I mean, obviously you got Coach Belichick there watching Hayden, and so it's just, you know, exciting to know that opportunity's there. But you know, also I know how hard Hayden's worked, and the rest of the guys too. I mean, Sky and, you know, them, how hard they've worked to get to that point. And I think it just showed me that, you know, there's a lot more work to be done until that point. So just got to keep working, and then when that time comes, just embrace it and make the most of it.